Hey, how's it going there, your old pal Jim, Super Picker Flipping Duo? We got some shipping to do. It's cold out, so not cold, chilly. So yeah, let's go do some shipping. Got some auction pickups. That'll be another video, but yeah, we're in the workshop now. Let's get our shipping done. All right, first thing we're going to ship. Happy Meal box from 1979. There's the backside. Sold this for $13 plus $5 shipping. It is torn here, so this is a $20 box, but because of that, I discounted it, and I discounted it pretty good. But still 18 bucks, 4 ounces. I mean, nothing to ship it. And I'm just shipping it between 2 pieces of cardboard scrap. So that's it. I'm getting offers on this stuff, which I'm still shocked from my last video. I still can't believe it. But it's fun. I mean, it's fun to find the weird, wacky stuff and sell it. Like this. Like this is just kind of goofy to me. Sure, it's not goofy to whoever's buying it. And I'm sorry if you're watching this and you think that, you know, you're hearing me tell you that what you're buying is goofy and what you collect is goofy. But it's fun to go through it and list it like, hey, I remember this from when I went to McDonald's with my grandma, and you know, she's passed on now, and I'm sure that's why people collect this stuff, because they remember from their, you know, they have a memory from their childhood of when, you know, a lost relative took them as a kid, and, you know, whatever, and or whatever their reason is, you know. People collect for all sorts of reasons. So, but yeah, glad I'm able to find somebody that will enjoy it and display it, and it's not going in the trash. Because the artwork is cool. It's actually 5 ounces because of the cardboard. The artwork is cool. It's, you know, definitely reflective of the time. And it's just, I don't know. I wouldn't buy it. I don't collect this kind of stuff, but I'm glad that somebody's gonna enjoy it. Next up, we have another McDonald's piece. This one's going international, I believe. Let's see. There's a little globe there. Yep. This McDonald Land cookies box with the Fry Kids, which is apparently very, very rare. Like, this is the one that's hard to find. 20 bucks plus $5 shipping. So $25 for this box. This box paid for both lots. I paid $18 for both lots. This box paid for both lots. And again, between 2 pieces of cardboard, and off it goes. And I would imagine that a lot of these sales that I get would go international. Because I feel like McDonald's is a bigger thing overseas now than it is here. Particularly the vintage stuff. in this lot of stuff, this guy had letters that he wrote to Ronald McDonald and the McDonald's Corporation. Like, he kept up with them. Now, the letters weren't original, so they're not worth anything. Like, I don't have, there's no value there. I don't like how that's bending, so I may reinforce it with another piece of cardboard just because it's, yeah, it's bending right there. That's, I'm gonna have to cut another piece down. So yeah, the guy was like an Uber fan, which again, I mean, some might say, oh, he's, you know, there's obviously something wrong with him, and he may have whatever, but you know, you're allowed to be a fan of whatever you want. You're allowed to, you know, if you like Ronald McDonald, then, you know, you're allowed to write to him. As a kid, as an adult, as whatever. That's okay. Now I'm going to put this one in a bubble mailer because it's going overseas. Not that I think it'll do a whole lot of good, but it, you know, it's at least a little bit tougher to bend. So 3 ounces on this one, so ships at $5. $5.07. I charge $5. I'll eat the 7 cents. That's not a problem. And yeah, I mean, not a whole lot to ship today. I did sell the encyclopedia set that shipped out yesterday. Sold that for $435. So that effectively, well, not if you count the shipping, because 130 of that was shipping. But, you know, gross sales wise, that paid for the whole lot. Next up, I've got this microphone, which was also an auction pickup. This is a wireless mic. It's in the bag, so you're not really going to see it very well, but it's a wireless mic. It's a Shure brand wireless mic. It's got all the paperwork. Here's what it looks like. New, these are like $100. Sold this for $60, free shipping. Going to California. Let's put a little bit of paper in there, just to keep it from jostling around too much. We're going to take this address off from the previous owner. Make sure there's no other. Yeah, the original price on this was $169. So, and because it's already boxed, there's nothing really more to do but bag it. So we'll stick this in a bag. Let's get a weight on it. It's only 10 ounces. Let's see how it's going to ship and what bag I'm going to use. So now that I have these Ground Advantage bags, kind of researching my shipping options before I print the ship button, or before I bag it anyway. Yeah, obviously before I ship it, I'm checking out my shipping options. Yeah, haven't had my coffee yet, if you can't tell. But before I bag it, because if I can use a free bag, I'm going to use a free bag. So yeah, this will go Ground Advantage again, 10 ounces. Super light to ship. I want to say I paid like $17.50 for this lot. And it was this, a couple of guitar tuners, which is no big deal. But something that the other bidders, I don't know how many other bidders there were, something that they missed and I missed it, was there's an inline preamp for this microphone that you can sell with it or separate. I decided to break up the set. They're sold separately anyway, so that's how I decided to do it. But that's another $40 by itself. So, and the auctioneer just did not picture that very well. And you see that a lot with online auctions where they've got so much stuff to get through that they can't take a detailed picture. It's just 2 or 3, maybe 4 pictures, move on to the next thing. So you have to really do your due diligence, put on your Sherlock Holmes hat, look at everything, zoom in as much as you can before it gets distorted, because the cameras they use aren't that great and it distorts. Their descriptions often aren't there. They'll give a brand and a model number on stuff like that, and that's about it. And I think what this lot said was like over the head microphone or something like that. So anybody coming online and doing a Google search, because all that stuff will pull up in a Google search with keywords, that's looking for a wireless microphone, it won't come up because they didn't use that term. So it cuts all those potential buyers out. So if you're just scrolling through looking for whatever, and you're looking for keywords, you could miss some stuff if you're buying from an online auctioneer, because they don't often know what they're looking at, because they don't source the stuff. This is often on consignment, and the consigners often don't own the stuff. Like they're buying storage units or whatever, and or they're cleaning out estates, or businesses are closing down and they're just hauling the stuff to an auction house and like, here, just sell it, I don't care, whatever the case is. I didn't show you what this was, and I wrapped it now twice. Next up, we sold this. This is I don't know, I have to look it up, a Keurig, the Keurig bottom, what collects the old coffee. What do they call it? A drip tray. So yeah, when you're buying from an online auction, and I'm gonna do online auction videos. There were a couple that I bought from. I actually had 3 auctions that I bought from at the same time yesterday. One I didn't buy from. 2 I bought from. The one was like just stupid crazy money stuff was going for. So I was very uneasy about buying from that place, because it was like I'm looking up stuff on eBay that's like, okay, this piece is nothing. Or like this like they had like Star Wars Pez dispensers, and like, okay, I see 5 in the pictures. 7 go for like $15. So it's literally like, that's not where the value of this lot is. There was a 1983 Kenner Star Wars figure, like a bigger one. I forget the name of it. It's not a standard one. So it goes for like $180 in the box. The box was in pretty good shape. This box in the picture was kind of rough. And I don't know if the figure was there because I didn't go to preview day. So, that is what it is. but the lot sold for about $180. So it's like no reseller is buying it for that. If they're selling on eBay and they're doing their research, they're not going to pay what the top dollar sold price is, right? So it just made me very uneasy about shopping there, because that's a sign of like somebody that works for the auction, or somebody that that works, or that is part of the person that consigned that lot, behind the scenes pumping up that bid. And that happened on a lot of items. So I think it was like an auctioneer employee behind the scenes. I'm going to put this in pen. You know, bidding up. So I didn't buy anything. But the other two, one is a pickup today, and then I had one that I bought from yesterday that I also have to pick up today. So we're going to do 2 auction pickups. And the one that I bought from last night that I'm picking up from today, I wish they had more stuff. They only had 57 lots going, but nobody was bidding on it. I just put out, like, bids started at $5. Now I only wanted like 4 or 5 lots. And really the 5th lot was like, well, let me go through again and just see what's there. And just because nobody's bidding on it, on this stuff, and nobody was, I mean, I just put all my starting bids in and I won them all. Like, no, there was nobody bidding on it. I could have went through and bought every single thing for $5 a piece. Yeah. I bought 2 metal fans for $5 a piece. Now the brands are not, it's not like GE or Westinghouse or anything like that. They're more obscure brands, but those brands often can bring better money because of their obscurity, because of their rarity. So I just looked at it. Now I have to go back and look again. So yeah, it's I bought some stuff. I bought a I forget what it's called, a new wave oven or something, I don't know, for $5. Like at thrift stores, those are 15. At, you know, around here 15, sometimes 20. Now the condition, I don't really know, and that was the issue with this auction. A lot of times the condition was like not that great. But for $5 I could part it out and make pretty dang good money. Next up, I've got this Techniques synthesizer. I have to go get it because Ashley's got this place ransacked at the moment, so I don't have much counter space. I may have to go get a box for this guy. This Techniques, that's just a plug, you don't need to see that. Bought this for $6.25 from a Goodwill. Sold it for $90 free shipping. Everything, all the buttons and stuff works. I couldn't test it any further than that. But even though it's, you know, audibly untested, I still do free returns. So, and it's so heavy, it's popping the bubbles. So we'll have to extra bubble. So yeah, this auction was like, man, I just wish he had more lots. Like, I would have just went crazy at a $5 sale. He had a cooler that I didn't bid on because it was kind of rusted out a bit too much for me. and it was unbranded, so that's kind of a tough sale in my opinion. It would have sold. I just don't know how quickly it would have sold. And coolers are kind of bulky, so I don't want it. It's more about the space. I don't want it hanging around for too long. You know what I mean? So that's kind of rough. So so I didn't get that. Anyway, the next auction pickup is down in Maryland, right outside Salisbury. I didn't buy a whole lot there either. I only spent like $80, I think, at that auction. The only thing that's really sticking out to me that I bought was vintage lawn chairs. Vintage lawn chairs for me sell very well. And this time of year, coming into this time of year and into the summer, sell very, very fast. There were two vintage, like the webbed, nylon webbed lawn chairs. Two of those. I don't know the condition again. Like this stuff is all very last minute, so we didn't preview or anything like that. And yeah, I don't have a box for this, I don't think. We have to go get a box. So I don't know the condition. That's the tricky part. But there were also like 4 or 5 director's chairs, and those can do very well too, depending on the age and the brand and all of that. So that's kind of a gamble, and I really honestly don't remember anything else. So that'll be in a separate video that we're going to do. And yeah, so that's all I got. I got this, and then that's it. I mean, that's all we got to ship. So I'm going to get a box for this from Walmart and go pick up some stuff. That's the day. That's the job. That's the job. So yeah, not a bad day. We did sell a typewriter, a vintage Smith Corona typewriter for $200, but the buyer backed out. So that's back up for sale. I have it listed for $262.50 because it's a rare color. So the royal blue instead of the sky blue ones, or the gray or the taupe. The royal blues seem to be harder to find and command more money. So it's a difference between like $80 and like mid twos. So yeah, so that's another auction find. So that's it. That's what we're shipping. So like, comment, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. I don't know why I'm being mean, but yeah, I'm being mean. Yeah, we'll catch you next time.